And now for a topic that I'm sure you've all been waiting for, math. Of course, we always talk about how design-focused and creative programming can be, but there's no escaping math. So let's learn some of the basics of math in Ruby. Of course, as you might expect, there are a set of built-in operations. We've experienced some of these already. So things like addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, etc. There's also things like exponents. So if we put two asterisks together, we can, for example, find 2 to the power of 3. Another operator that you probably haven't encountered before is called the modulo. It calculates the remainder of a number after a division. So 10 modulo 3 is 1, because 10 divided by 3 is 3, which of course would be a total of 9, but it leaves 1 remaining. So modulo gives us what is left over after the division. It's also really important in programming in general, not just Ruby, to understand the difference between floats and integers when we're performing calculations. So take the example 4 times 1.5. Is the result a float or an integer? What did you expect? What about when we divide by an int? So 1 divided by 4, both of these operands are integers. What is the result? Why don't you take a moment to try it? What? How does that make sense? Well, there's an important thing going on here. Let's have a look at this example. 1.0 divided by 4. What is the result this time? Aha! This time you got the correct result. So the reason that we are getting strange results when we're dividing integers by integers is that the Ruby interpreter doesn't know how to handle the floating point. It doesn't know how to handle fractions. So whenever we're doing a division in Ruby, it's a really good idea to convert them to floats first. That way, if there's any fractional component of the calculation, we're keeping a track of that. So I have an exercise for you. I'd like you to write a method to divide an integer by another integer. Why don't you have a crack at that? I'm going to get a coffee. I'll be right back.